Guess I've been talking too much about the Haylous, the QCY, the Redmis, while all along we had this. It's Mifa X5. It covers all the basics while bringing volume control and USB-C at only 18 bucks. And for you, my Indonesian viewers, Mifa is giving you 100,000 rupiah coupon code. Just follow the link down in the description. There's only one problem, and I don't know if it's caused by a defect unit that I received, but the call quality is a little bit disappointing. We're gonna see that in the test later. So let's talk about all that right after the intro. Selamat pagi! Good morning everyone, Kenneth here, and today we'll be discussing about the Mifa X5. Yes, this is my first Mifa earbuds, and full disclosure, this is provided by Mifa, but everything said here is my own honest opinion. Links are down below in the description if you want to check it out. Would really help the channel if you buy from those links. Now also, I'd appreciate if you hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and without further ado, let's get right into the most important thing, the sound quality. First, this is a true wireless earbuds under 20 bucks. If you ask me a year or two ago, my only expectation for this price was for the true wireless systems to work at all. And I would take it for granted. What else do we expect then? One thing for sure, we can't have everything. With the AirDots S, you get great gaming mode. With GT1 Plus, you got great sound. And here, it's the balance of features that makes it great. Even though it sounds just okay. To put it simply, it sounds just like the Redmi AirDots S, but the bass and treble turned down a little bit, and then the soundstage stretched a little bit. Now, about this soundstage, if you've watched my AirDots S versus GT1 Plus video, they're pretty contrast to each other, you know? The AirDots S is more compressed and the GT1 Plus is more open. But here, I have a bit of a hard time figuring out what it wanted to be. It's definitely not as compressed as the Redmi, but it's not as open as the Haylou. Talking about my review playlist, rock songs like Enter Sandman by Metallica or Don't Stop Me Now by Queen, they sound fine. You can feel the slightly more open soundstage when compared to GT1 Pro or AirDots S, for example, but the vocals are slightly held back, which means the trebles, they don't sound as clear. And that's very noticeable in soft songs like this one by Akmu. I don't really mind it, as it still sounded better overall than the AirDots S, you know, the soundstage. But at some parts of the song, it may have distortions, especially when you're listening at higher volume like 80 to 100%. And basically, I've never noticed that on other earbuds. So for sound quality part, I think this could be one of the deal breakers. It doesn't sound very clean, but only if you listen at higher volumes. Talking about other genres, I'll say this is acceptable for most. Pop, EDM, hip-hop, rap. My only gripe is the vocals and the details here. It's just not quite there. Whenever I come back to the GT1 Plus, I feel liberated. I kind of repeat this over and over again, but I kind of feel more natural in the GT1 Plus. Also, I've compared it to the QCY T9S. That one still sounds better. In my opinion, it has tighter soundstage, punchier bass, and I want to mention a little bit here, I did compare this with Transmart Spunky Beat, and that one is like another level of clarity, but obviously that's a more expensive earbuds. Nonetheless, the volume here is pretty good. As you can see here in the comparison, it's a little louder than the Haylou GT1 Pro, so it shouldn't be a complaint point here. Now, let's talk about the good stuff, starting with the build quality and fit. I'm gonna straight up say the only thing that's wrong is this lid. It wobbles quite a lot, and it makes some really cheap sound while doing so. The snap, also cheap sounding. And lastly, the glossy finish here will look worn out faster than other matte textured cases, and of course, fingerprints and oil will be your enemy. But that's about it. Now, let's talk about the good things, and there are a lot. First, it uses USB-C. It's a very nice addition to see at this price. It also has two LEDs in the front. The left one lights up blue, telling when the earbuds inside are charging, and the right side lights up red when the case itself is charging. So no battery indicator, which is pretty sad honestly, but yeah, that's why I titled this as almost perfect. I won't deny though, This looks and feels great. It's like a breath of fresh air from the cases like AirDots and Haylows. And also, actually, this is not as slippery as those cases, so the glossy finish here actually does something. Now, onto the earbuds themselves. They're designed and built very, very well. And unlike the more simple capsule-shaped Haylows, this one takes the sculpted formula from something like the Edifier TWS1 and it fits great. But before that, you need to try out which ear tips fits you best, because for me, I had to change to the biggest one. And also, it's worth pointing out that this is a fit like the Huawei T19. It's got a very thin design of the ear tips and it fits by cupping your ear, so you will feel some pressure inside. Personally, I'm fine with it, especially because it provides a very good passive isolation effortlessly. But I could imagine some of you won't like this kind of sucked in feeling. The thing that I know all of you will appreciate though is the 6 hours of music playtime out of these earbuds. And inside this deceptively small case, there's a 500 milliamp hour battery inside. This really packs quite the punch, and I think you'll get up to a week just fine with this whole thing. Again, I do battery test on my Twitter @testedbyken, so don't forget to follow me there to know the detailed result when I test it out. Moving on to the next thing that's also perfect is the controls. Finally, at below 20 bucks, I can recommend something that has every control covered. As you can see on screen here, it's a bit unconventional since double tap is how you change volume, but it's perfectly fine in actual use and definitely better than 3 taps. The touch sensitivity is also great. The circle textured area in the center is where it detects touch, and that's it. You can just grab the side safely to adjust the earbuds while you're wearing it. Seems like that's what the Transmart Spunky Beat was supposed to do, right? Anyway, using this is a good experience. Now, let's check out the latency test and the call test.
It is giveaway time, so let me explain why I do this giveaway. And even though this is not my favorite pick, but I'm sure a lot of you will appreciate what the Buds Q offers here. It's not a bad earbuds at all, though I still personally recommend the AirDots S, but since we're featuring this, I'm gonna be buying one for you.
Okay, welcome to the call test, everyone. Currently, you guys are hearing my voice through the iPhone 10 microphone. I'm about an arm's length away, and let's try out the Mifa X5. And actually, I have tried this before, but you'll see in a second. This is the only thing that makes that's just now pairing, and it is paired already. Okay, so we are on the X5 right now, and as you can see, you probably can hear it. There's a noise, like a background noise, or actually an electronic noise kind of sound, and it's very, very annoying. This is just like my QCY Plus, and I think this is because of my defective unit. So I'm not sure if this is a widespread issue. I'm going to contact Mifa later on. Anyway, let's go ahead outside and check out how it sounds. Okay, so the Mifa X5, and now we are outdoors. So what do you think of the sound quality? There's a little bit of wind coming this way, but the microphone is not down here. It's pointing to the side. But yeah, again, because of the probably defect unit I have here, I have to try to return it. But I think call test is not its strong point. For the price, you will have to sacrifice something. But for every other feature that it has, I think it is good for the price already. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the call test. Let's go back upstairs and we'll finish the video. Conclusion time. If you want to check out a true wireless earbuds but don't want to shell out a ton of money for 18 bucks, this is hard to beat. You get volume control, you can play music for 6 hours, you get decent sound, nice build quality. I can absolutely, and I will, recommend this. Compared to the others like Haylou GT1 or QCY T1, I will pick this in a heartbeat. The thing though, the call quality sucks. If you do care about that, or gaming latency, or even want something that has a little bit nicer sound quality, I would say stretch your budget a little bit and get the GT1 Plus instead. That's basically my go-to recommendation at this price. It just sounds very nice. The AirDots S is also a good alternative to this. It's got more bass than GT1 Plus and this, and most importantly, it's got the best gaming mode around. And for the best true wireless earbuds for calls, I will try to do a call test comparison video in the next couple of weeks, so stay tuned. You can let me know which earbuds you want to be included in that video. But coming back to Mifa X5, I think this is a good basic earbuds that most likely will be my go-to recommendation for the rest of 2020. So, what do you think about the Mifa X5? Are you getting it? Let me know down in the comments below what matters the most to you in the true wireless earbuds. And if you have more questions, feel free to ask me on Instagram and Twitter. I will try to reply to you as fast as I can. And that's where I'll end it today. Thank you so much for watching, and also thank you so much for 30,000 of you who subscribed. Thank you. I'm Kenneth, and I will see you in the next one.